Alright, just real quick before the book haul video starts, I just got an alert that my Paperback Parade new issue was in the mail, so I ran out there and get it after I recorded all the rest of the video. If you're unaware of Paperback Parade, it's put out by Gary Lovisi. He has a YouTube channel. I will put it down there in the description. He's very knowledgeable, probably the most knowledgeable vintage paperback person that I know of. So this is a magazine featuring articles on paperbacks. After I'm done reading it, we will definitely do a flip through of it, and you should go buy your own from him. And like I said, link in the description. So just wanted to say that before this book haul video started. And also shout out to Bad Taste Books for mentioning me on his channel. That was incredible. Thank you so much, dude. And book haul, go. All right, it's time for the June book haul 2024. First up, we got this group of books off of a seller in a Facebook book group who was just weeding down his collection. So he wasn't a reseller, he was just a collector. So we got pretty decent deals. And I was very excited because I am like 3 books away from having all the Hawks. Here we go, the Mind Twisters, Hawk number 2. He squares off against a super cult, entangles with a red-haired ball of fire. She does not have red hair, so I don't know what they're talking about. And as previously stated, what's great with Hawk covers is everything that's in this cover is going to be in this book. Kind of got some Temple of Doom stuff going on there. Hawk number 5, California Shakedown. Shake it. They're little chonies. So we got some bikers. We got a roller coaster disaster. Some sharp shooting from Hawk. Let's see what he's doing this time. He unravels a corporate scam while a sexy exec makes his business her pleasure. Not bad. The Deadly Crusader. Hawk number 11. He takes on terrorists and finds sizzling romance on New York's mean streets. Okay, looks like we got a subway car falling from the sky, and looks like a hooligan fight down there, but if they're in New York, maybe a football match? I don't know. American football, that is. Tower on fire, that's not good. Hawk was, if you don't know the Hawk story, he was a reporter, and then he saved, then he saved, or he almost saved some woman's life, and her dad was a drug dealer. And she cursed him, and with her dying breath, she cursed him with her fortune. So now he is a bazillionaire. And he just travels around kicking ass. I don't know, it's really ridiculous. It's so awesome. And this one, he cracks a Caribbean slave ring with a gorgeous lady decoy as target. I think this one has like porno stuff in it. Like he has to infiltrate a porn studio. I love the jet ski shooting. I bet that's him getting thrown off this yacht too. Karate chops. I have one that's the Hawaiian takeover, and he's knife fighting a shark on the cover. And it really happens in the book too. Treasure divers. Stakes out sunken treasure and finds danger in the arms of an island beauty. Looks like he might be getting beheaded in this one. But don't worry, I bet he gets up and kicks ass towards them with that flamethrower. Oh, that's good. Then we got Soldado, number 4. Man Against the Mafia. Soldier, Soldado. Murder Mission, Al Conroy. death trap for gunman Johnny Marini becomes a bloodbath for the mafia. A ship exploding. The Marksman, number 3, Man of Vengeance, killed them all. It's another man versus the mafia. Philip Magellan is determined to annihilate the mafia one by one with cold-blooded precision. He sends them to cruel and painful death. A most horrifying addition to this best-selling series. Well, if it's horrifying, I'm in. Then we got 2 more Kung Fu's here. Kung Fu with Mace. Kung Fu featuring Mace. Year of the Cock. C.K. Fong. That's the bird, not the genitalia. And then we got Year of the Ape. Mace is looking pretty pissed. Up next, we got this from Bell Book and Comic. I think we were just killing time, waiting to look for a house. To go look at a house to possibly purchase, which is impossible, by the way. I'm not going to go off about it. I could. It's all right. We're back. We're here for books, not complaining about houses. Speaking of houses, Carlisle Street. Does anyone out there live on Carlisle Street? Put your address in the comments and I'll send you this book. Just kidding. I don't give my books away. I'm a hoarder. Oh yeah, the book. This is a horror book. T.M. Wright. I think we have some of his. The Seed. Did he write The Seed? It's right behind me. Strange Seed. Yeah. That one. And Andrew J. Offutt. Cormac Mac art. Just a Robert E. Howard character. Andrew J. Offutt writing. Cover illustration by Jeff Jones. I love it. It looks stony, right? Even the people look stony. Look like they're carved out of granite. The Undying Wizard. Excellent. And we got another F. Paul Wilson. Soft and Others. Readable in the same way potato chips are palatable. It's hard to consume just one. Reminiscent of TV's Twilight Zone. Well, you know what? This might be a short story collection. It is. Alright, that's cool. F. Paul Wilson wrote The Keep. I think that's his most famous book, The Keep. Next up we got Half Price Books. We hadn't been there in a while. And these first 2 were $10 a piece. I usually don't spend that much. But they were just so, let's do one at a time because these are special. They're just so different. They're from the 40s. Century book. Both by Rog Phillips. It just looks like so classic sci-fi. It just looks like the epitome of the era. Of the classic 40s sci-fi era. And I had never heard of Century Book. And there's another one that's difficult to look up. I think they were from Chicago and only had a few publications. But I could just stare at that forever. This has got to be one of my most favorite book covers I've ever seen. This isn't supposed to be there, this blue mark. Unfortunately, it's kind of ink water damage. Almost looks like watercolor, but other than that, it's all right. It's in pretty good condition. And I found these on sale on eBay for like $15 too. So it's not like they're super valuable, but I don't know. I think it's worth that much. It's kind of special, kind of different. So here's the other one. Worlds Within. It's beautiful. It looks like it should be a poster. Big old poster on your wall. It almost looks like if someone today, you know, someone paid some graphic designer and they're like, make some classic looking sci-fi art. Like they would come up with something like this. Like that's how perfect it is. All right, so we have, also at Half Price Books, we got this kind of Gothic looking horror, but it's more horror than Gothic. She was driven by fate and bound by blood to a coven of evil, the witch's web, Dorothy Spicer. It's kind of dark, but you can see she's like surrounded by this cult. Have you ever seen City of the Dead or Horror Hotel? That Christopher Lee movie, it's a black and white movie. It kind of reminded me of that. I absolutely love that movie. If you've never seen it, it's just beautiful. But it's also evil. And it's got Christopher Lee in it. This thing was in pretty bad condition, and I think I paid too much for it. So I should have been more cautious, but it's all right. It's still good. It's still readable, right? On the other hand, I got a really good deal on this. It was only like $2. These Red Sonjas, kind of hard to come by. And usually when you do, people want like $30. So that was pretty cool. So now I got 3 of them. I got number 3, 4, and 5. I added another to my Monarch collection, Monarch books, which is the paperback imprint of Charlton Comics. Look at this amazing cover art. J. Hunter Holly. This is in really good condition. Happy to find that. And then they had some in the discount section. So I got an 87th Precinct, Ed McBain axe. I kind of like these like mass-produced covers. They almost look comic bookish. Look at that guy buried, his head buried with an axe in it. 87th Precinct is really good if you never read it. It's like a cop procedural. It's like Law and Order before Law and Order. Another Rat Bastards, one I didn't have, number 3. Len Levinson. John Mackey on the cover. It's Jove. It's a World War II. Men's Adventure. War book. And then this one was more for my wife, but it still looks good to me too. Mermaids. 18 Exotic Tales of the Sea's Most Seductive Mystery. Mermaids? Of the Sea's Most Seductive Mystery. Sorry. It has Theodore Sturgeon in it. That's pretty cool. I bet it's wacky. Who else is in this thing? Abram Davidson, Elsbrog Camp, Paul Darcy Bowles, T. Crofton Croker, Pat Murphy, Samuel R. Delaney, Reginald Bretner, Gene Wolfe, Jane Yolen, Louis Shiner, Theodore Sturgeon, Randall Guerin, Avram Davidson, Davis Grubb, Cooper McLaughlin, Leslie Charteris, Pat Murphy. Mermaid Score. So this is pretty exciting. There's this comic and toy show that happens here at the local university, like once every 3 months, I think. And one of the comic book vendors that sells there has paperbacks. Last time he was here, I got E. Howard Hunt and Cherry Delight. And that's pretty much all he had. He didn't have a lot. And this time he came, he had a ton of paperbacks. So I got this huge stack and everything that was half price. So it's half price of what you see on the sticker. So first off, Cherry Delight number 1. Clint Chase. Cherry Delight is the kind of erotic spy. She's the erotic mafia slayer. I love Cherry Delight. It's hilariously bad and sleazy and just so great. And it's written by Gardner F. Fox, who was a very talented and prolific author at the time. And it's just good too. That's the thing, is it's sleazy and it's silly, but it has a certain quality to it that is not in other stuff like this. So there's Cherry Delight number 1. We got Cherry Delight number 4, Up Your Ante. I think this is my favorite Cherry of all the Cherry covers. Cherry ladies, like her big hair, and she's hippie. She's got a little meat on her bones. Here's a 70s Up Your Ante Cherry. She looks more like Julianne Moore. He looks like one of the Riddler's henchmen or something. Up Your Ante. That's funny. Then we got Broad Jump. Cherry Delight number 11. With cold toes on her back or gun in her belly, you ought to see that broad jump. Get it? It's a pun. Tea and Strumpets. So I was looking these up, and according to Spy Guys and Gals, which is a great resource for information about these old types of books, they said that Gardner F. Fox wrote 1 through 24, and then 25 through 28 is written by Rochelle Zarkin, and 29 is written by Lynn Levinson, who we just saw of the Rat Bastards fame. So we got another Gardner F. Fox writing as Glenn Chase, Fire in the Hole. This Cherry looks like she's on smack. Yeah, I'm not into that. That smacked out look. Cherry turns the energy crisis into an energetic climax when she finds a gusher in Death Valley. Cherry's butt. This one's like in 3D or something. Over the Hump. Get your 3D glasses on for this Cherry adventure. She wore stilettos on her toes, carried lethal gas in her perfume spray, but Cherry's most deadly weapon was a very, very soft curve. When is a hump not a hump? Cherry Delight, super sex agent from Nympho, the New York Mafia Prosecution and Harassment Organization. In a pinch. That's a good Cherry there too. I like her shirt. I should remake some of those Cherry Delights. Should I make it just like that, or make one of those logos? Would you guys be into a Cherry Delight shirt? Would you walk around in a Cherry Delight shirt? She was in a tight squeeze, but Cherry knew all the twists to wiggle out. The double dip girls. Cherry Delight is busted. Gardner F. Fox. There's buried treasure off the Florida coast, but Cherry has to bury a few hitmen before she can get to it. That's a serious Cherry right there, man. Lights, action, murder. To take the gang on, Cherry takes it all off. This is when she goes undercover in this is similar to the Hawk. She goes undercover in a porn studio as a porn actress. They know their audience. Oh, maybe I should make the shirt that one. The all-new Cherry Delight with the cherry bomb. where the action is. So this is later. This is later Cherry Delight. Number 15. Oh, it still says it's Gardner F. Fox. Or this is when they brought it back. I don't know. Yeah, she works for now she works for the Department of Unusual Events. I read one of these where the Monster of Moreland, and it was kind of like a Scooby-Doo. It was like a sleazy Scooby-Doo episode. Criminal genius with occult powers putting the Vegas casinos out of business. Cherry had to stop him. I don't know, what do you think of that, Cherry? What's your favorite cherry? Put it in the comments. Pigs. You guys are pigs. Sicken me. Alright, those are all the cherries. So then they also had some of these Lady from Lust. It says by Rod Gray, but this is also by Gardner F. Fox. I don't know anything about these, but they looked very Cherry Delight, and then I was not surprised to see they were from Gardner F. Fox also. She's the hottest spy west of the bamboo curtain. When she can't karate her way out of trouble, she uses her magnificent body to squeeze out of or into tight spots. Sounds good. Sounds great. Then we got another Lady from Lust. The Maracaibo Affair. I don't know how to say that. Eve Drum, Agent 006, has to save the life of a man she loathes. Gusher. The Lady from Lust. She's sent to Venezuela to protect El Currencero, the Butcher. There you go. Gusher. Speaking of my wife, this is her Kiss book. She loves Kiss. Not biggest fan. Some of their songs are good. Their personalities really rub me the wrong way. It's hard to get past it. I'm like, man, I don't like your songs that much. So there's a Kiss book for her. And then I found a Lancer King Call. Whoa, Robert E. Howard. Beautiful. $2.50. That's a deal. It's got a little bit of water damage there. Or maybe it's just discoloring. Still, $2.50. Then I also found another E. Howard Hunt. Fawcett Gold Medal. The Violent Ones. I really love E. Howard Hunt's writing. He's not a good person in real life, but this is a Barl Phillips cover, 1950. It was not 20, it was 10. Last year I paid 20 for his other book, The Calypso Caper, and it was my favorite read of last year, so I guess it was worth 20 bucks. So that was pretty exciting. And we found all that there. All right, up next I got one from Bonnets. I only had time to run in and grab this one. It is the Deathworld trilogy by Harry Harrison. Almost done reading it. I am actually doing a book club review of this wonderful book with Pulp Mortem and Secret Fire books. It's going to be one of those videos where we all talk at the same time and laugh at our own jokes. It's going to be awesome. So be on the lookout for that. Coming soon to a YouTube near you. So I won't say any more about Deathworld here. And we will move on. Last up is the Bookery in Fairborn. They just keep pulling more stuff out of the basement. So we've been getting good deals, new books. Oh man, I'm so excited that they're doing this, because every time I go, every 2 weeks they pull out new stuff, and it's just endless. I'm excited. Anyway, this one they had for $1. I paid $9 for this at another bookstore, and here it was for $1. And not only that, it was in better shape than my $9 one. So I got one to put in the trade box. There's another one. in the dollar sale, the thinking seat. This is another upgrade, though it was better than my other one. Not usually into superheroes, but this looked kind of cool. The Untold Legend of Batman, which is basically, it's a comic book in book form. John Wyndham, Out of the Deeps. A realistic science fiction novel of our world in the grip of a chilling horror. Anytime sci-fi tries to sell it like it's horror, I'm definitely more intrigued. This one title made me chuckle. You can't keep the change. Actually, sir, you cannot keep the change. Peter Cheney. One time I was delivering pizzas in my younger days, and I delivered someone's pizza, and it was $19.99. And I handed her the pizza. She gave me a 20, and then she stood there and looked at me, and I was like, "You want your penny?" And she was like, "Yeah." So I had to walk out to the car to get her stupid penny. I almost threw it at the house. And then I walked back, and her little miniature Doberman came out and bit me on the ankle. That was a good day. Man, I do not miss that. Shitty job. By the Gordons. Tiger on my back. I've got a tiger on my back. It's plain to see. Sorry. Little tiger on my tail action. Hell no. Whatever. Let's go. Come on, how long is this video? Thomas Burnett Swan, The God's Abide. I got a couple dolls. The Thomas Burnett Swan doll. It's like mythical fantasy. Pegasus and stuff. Yellow Spine doll. And then H.P. Lovecraft for $1, one that we didn't have. Not in good shape, but how often do you see an H.P. Lovecraft for $1? And then here are the books that did not cost $1. I believe this was $9. The Mark of Satan, a modern novel of Gothic horror. My wife is reading this right now, and she says it's awesome. She doesn't like the cover, though. She doesn't like the photo covers. I said, but it'll grow on you. It grew on me. She's like, no, I don't like it. I want the painting. You can't fault her for that. The paintings are better. H.P. Lovecraft, Tales of the Cthulhu Mythos. It's one we didn't have. The Arkham Edition, Volume 1. Kind of a psychedelic nightmare there. The Man from Tomcat, number 5. To Simus in Tangier. It's fun, looks dirty, sleazy. The all-new Espionage escapade. This was a surprise. I was like, hey, this looks cool. This is like kind of a cult-looking spy. And then I flipped it over, and they have these little stickers on the backs of their books. It says, pseudonym of E. Howard Hunt, which I was like, oh, shit. I actually have another book by David St. John. So I'm like, oh man, I just added to my E. Howard Hunt collection here. So that made me very happy. So I'm getting quite the collection. Here's some quintessential sci-fi, The Big Eye. Max Ehrlich. Red Peril rode the heavens as a frightened world faced annihilation. It's another cover that's just quintessential sci-fi style. Cover E.K. Burgee, 1950. So perfect. H.P. Lovecraft, The Tomb. I think we're only missing one of these now. In the Holmes editions, Holmes cover art. Kind of odd choices, I think, for cover art, but it's so original. It really stands out. Like you remember seeing that when you see it the first time. You remember, like, it sticks in your mind. H.P. Lovecraft, The Lurker at the Threshold, another Arkham edition. Looks like a church window almost, smashed by Cthulhu. The Lurking Fear. Got some evil groundhog, evil albino groundhogs. Or a whack-a-mole. Is that a whack-a-mole thing going on? There he is. He's salty. Full HP. Tales of Horror and Supernatural, Arthur Machen. Master of the Macabre. It's a collection of his stories, obviously. I was excited to find this. They've had it at Bell Book and Comic, and it's quite expensive, like $15. So I got it for $5. This is a collection of Richard Matheson's short stories, the horror short stories. I love that cover. I've seen other covers, the original earlier editions, but I like this later edition, and I think that's going to win out. Even though usually you want to go for the first one, if it's got a bitchin' cover, man, I'm going later. Speaking of earlier editions, this is the first assignment original Fawcett Gold Medal that I've found. I usually have the reprints, the later on editions. I would love to get all of these. Which is funny because I'm just about to I'm only 2 away from completing the other set. And now I'm like, now I want these. It's never enough. Never enough. I don't know, if we were satisfied, why would you even get out of bed, right? The new Johnny Fedora espionage assignment, The Hitler Diamonds. I don't know anything about Johnny Fedora. He doesn't even have a fedora on. First it was Eric Ambler, then Ian Fleming. Now it's Johnny Fedora. Sorry. I do like that cover. Shot in the Dark. This is an upgrade. We had a very, very beat up copy of this. So this is nice and clean. Cover art H. Biscoff. He has this marked as a G, as a good. Man, you should see my other edition. He'd probably throw it in the trash. It's an iconic cover, famous. I've seen it in paperback cover anthologies. Con Sellers, FSC, The Shocking Story of a Probable America. Con Sellers is a B writer, I would describe him as. I read one of his spy novels. It was really bad. And then when I was looking up to do the review, I read about him, and he just seemed like such a cool guy. Like, you just wanted to hang out with him. He's like an English community college teacher, and he quit the army, like ran away or something. I don't remember. I should do a real background on him. So yeah, whenever I see his books, I still buy him. I'm giving him all the chances in the world, just because I think he seems like a cool guy. About the Murder of the Circus Queen, Anthony Abbott. Got some circus circus mystery going on here. I thought that was kind of a cool, different backdrop to a story. Cover art, R. Bolarski, pseudonym of Fulton Orsler. Do you guys like the Circus Queen? Daughters of Cain, Miriam Lynch. Very horrific. Satan's looking pretty smug. He kind of looks like a professional wrestler. And we got three. They had some discounted pulps that they pulled out. So we got a Weird Tales that has H.P. Lovecraft, August Derleth, and Manly Wade Wellman. It was like $10. It's in okay condition. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he probably has it marked as not good condition. As I previously stated, he's written, published books about pulp pricing, so I'd say he's pretty legit, knows what he's talking about, but for that condition and that price, it makes me very happy. I got this one because I like the cover so much. Fantastic Adventures. I like that robot and them in the jungle. That robot just pops right out of there. Spectre of Suicide Swamp. That's a cool cover, huh? $6. I think that's a good deal. This is the first crime pulp that I've ever gotten my hands on. Usually they're very expensive. This one's $6. The Black Path of Fear. Love it. Got a couple comics. She got it at the comic show, my wife. Got Beyond the Grave. Charlton. Sorcery. Red Circle. I like this logo. She wants me to make her a Red Circle logo. Shirt with that logo. I need to get on it. I need to make a bunch of shirts. Mad Balls. Mad Balls comics. She's really happy to find that. I was like, oh yeah? Alright. And then they had a bunch of dollar Archies at the bookery. It's kind of Scooby-Doo Life with Archie. I think I mentioned Scooby-Doo like in every video. Laugh. You guys like Betty or Veronica better? I've always been partial to Betty. She just seems nicer. Veronica's got kind of an attitude problem. Archie being a little Archie attacked by the giant cat. So yeah, there's those. And we got some Star Trek VHS. My wife's been really into the old Star Trek lately. And of course she really loves Doctor Who. So she got these Doctor Who VHS. She collects VHS. And then I forgot to mention, I found a copy of Blue Sunshine Blu-ray. $15 at half-price books. That's what I'm talking about. So now I finally own it. I've only ever watched it on Shudder. As previously stated when I did the book review of Blue Sunshine, it's one of my favorites. Great B-movie. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Wow, this video's long. And, like, subscribe, all that.